Alrighty, hello guys, welcome your faces back to another video on my channel. Today we are back with the patrol ship in Stormworks, and I want to get this thing done. I actually really want to get this thing done. So today we're actually going to go ahead and work on the rear of the ship. We're going to go ahead and add one of these machine guns back there somewhere, and we're actually going to go ahead and try and build the area for the RHIB. I don't know how that bit's gonna go, but let's go ahead and try it out. Alright, so I'm thinking we actually build the RHIB first, and then we try and figure out how to attach it to the ship after that. So let's go ahead and figure out how much space we have, and then we can go from there. So let's go ahead and count this bit first. I actually want it to go to about here, so that is 22 blocks. We can have it be 22 blocks by, I don't know, maybe let's say 9. 22 by, nah, even 11. 22 by 11. Let's go ahead and build the RHIB to those dimensions. That's what I meant. Okay, so 22 by 9. Let's go ahead and do 22 to begin with. There we go. And we'll do... Oh, no, 11, sorry. We'll do 11 right here, which I believe is that, actually. No, wait, is that 13? I think that's 13. Yes, this would be 11. So, let's go ahead and box this off to begin with, and then we can actually round it off from there. So, there we go. Delete that one. Delete this one. We'll then do 2. We'll then do 2 again. And we'll do 4. Okay. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, these are going to be angled pieces right here. Yeah. Alright, we can totally do it this way, I think. Maybe. Yeah, so go ahead and shove this guy into there. And that is essentially going to be the size of our little RHIB. And there we go, I went and built the hole really quickly, and I think this will work. The only issue is that this bit right here needs deleting, and actually needs changing into these guys. Essentially what this does is increases buoyancy because instead of being one full block, it's only half a block. And that is much, much better for the build. And honestly, this looks pretty good. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do now is paint around the top edge. It is going to be an orange RHIB, like they are, I guess, some of them. So let's go ahead and go around the top edge like so. Go around this piece and also this bit. There we go, yes. All right, very nice. We're going to go across this piece too, almost all the way to the front. And I think this bit on the front is actually going to be grey. Alright, that looks nice. I've gone ahead and painted this bit a little bit of a grey color as well, and now all I need is a helm. Yeah. So let's go ahead and try and trick one of these on there. Okay, that looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. Alright, so I've replaced it with a seat instead, and that's probably fine. Now, I am going to just go ahead and make this thing an electric boat, and I think that'll be okay too. Now, I'm thinking that the bottom of this should be a different color. But I don't really know. I don't really know what color it should be. Should be like a bluey color? Yeah, that looks quite nice. We'll go with that. Alright, well anyway, this boat will only be used for like little rescues, I guess, or like transporting people from the ship to the shore or something like that. So I think doing something like this is a good idea. It means that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 seats altogether, as well as a driver's seat. And I think that'll be fine. Okay, next thing, we're going to go ahead and shove a rudder onto the back of this. It's a little bit annoying that we can't really paint it the way that we want to. But we'll go ahead and just shove that on there like that for now. And I believe the back end is actually going to be like this instead. Yeah, that probably works. On either side, we're going to go ahead and add some propellers into this. Here we go. So shove that in there, just like this. I guess. Yep, sure. I want to add a tiny bit of protection from those. So let's go ahead and just grab one of these guys and do that. There we go. And, I mean, that looks weird. That looks very, very weird. I mean, I could just do that. Maybe. Could do that. Yeah, sure. We'll go with it for now. Anyway, these are like little tiny protections against the rudders, the propellers, and that should be fine. Okay, so from each of those props, I've actually gone ahead and added a tiny motor to those. So essentially, it's one motor with 2 props and 1 rudder. We're then going to need some batteries on this thing, so let's go and shove some of those inside here somewhere. And hopefully they'll look nice. I don't really know. But we're going to need loads of them because it is an electric boat. So hopefully it does float with these guys. I'm sure it will. Maybe. I'm sure it will, maybe. Right, shove those guys onto there. 1 in the front. Yeah, let's see how this works. Alright, I've had to get rid of some of the batteries, but it does, in fact, work. we're going to have to add some sort of weight to the back end. Maybe just more batteries back there. But this, I would say, is fine. We are going to have to make it look nicer than this, though, because currently, kind of ugly. Okay, so first off, I want to change the color to be a lot less aggressive, I guess. Sort of like a dulled down orange. Because I think that will actually look nicer. So there we go, we're going to go with that. I am going to delete these guys on each side of this. I'm going to delete that guy and this guy, and we're going to add some rope anchors. And there's going to be quite a few of these dotted around the boat. I might as well just shove them in here as well. There we go. And I'm actually just going to go and shove some on the side too. Pretty much in the same locations, actually. So let's do this. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. There we go. And those guys could actually be connected. So let's just go ahead and do this. There we go. On this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I think that's fine. At the front, I think I'm going to go ahead and add a winch onto here. It may or may not be a good idea to do this, but it could be kind of useful to have one. So I guess it makes sense. Just going to go ahead and shove that onto there like that. I think that looks pretty nice. Okay, other than that, we're going to need some sort of equipment. So let's type in equipment. There we go. I'm going to add a fire extinguisher down there, a welder down there, of course. There we go. Don't really know what else, but I kind of want to add like, I don't know, something that goes up around the back, sort of where we have the lights and stuff. Alright, so I've added some nav lights on there as well, as you guys can see, and I think that's fine. This isn't really something I want to spend ages on, so we're just going to try and make it work, I guess, and we can go from there. This winch can be used to actually drag us onto the ship, so it's actually not a bad idea it being there. Let's go and delete these guys. We'll add some buttons onto here in this color. There we go, good. And we will actually just shove this onto up and this onto down. So out and in. There we go. Yes. All right, hopefully that should work. Okay, so I've added some more stuff to this, and honestly, it's fine. It is kind of ugly, and I do think that its proportions are way off. But we are going to pretty much leave it as is for right now. I think it's probably good enough. One thing that I do want to do is delete this guy and shove this into here, and this is going to be our release connector. Release! There we go. So that's connected to there, and on the ship, we'll have one of these so that we can, like, leave it on there, if that makes sense. Hopefully this will work out. Alright, so I'm going to the back of the ship. I am going to go ahead and delete 11 wide, I think, which is this much. I'm going to delete that down to there. We're then going to delete from here 23 blocks up. There we go. And unfortunately, that does take us into the engine room, but only slightly. So this is actually okay. So let's go ahead and drop this down. We don't have to use all of the engine room, because I don't have to go all the way down to there to actually do this. However, it's actually a really good height. Like a really, really good height. So let's go ahead and box this off to begin with. There we go. I am going to go ahead and delete most of this. And most of this. There we go. And again, most of this. And what I'm going to do is raise it up to the next level, which is just here. So let's just go ahead and do that into there. And that's fine. In this room, I am just going to go ahead and box this off this way and this way. There we go. And I'm actually just going to delete these guys and do this. Yeah, so you can't really tell from here what's going on out here, but that's fine. Alright, so realistically, this needs to be more of a ramp than it currently is. It actually isn't too bad in terms of its height, but we do need it to work better than that. So we're going to go ahead and shove that guy into there. Actually... Nah. We're going to go down one. Yeah, I'm going to do this. It's essentially just going to be a ramp as it goes down. And we'll connect it in the middle somewhere around here. Okay, right, delete these guys. Okay. It's actually a lot more than I thought. There we go, and that'll be our ramp out of the water. Ooh. Don't know how I feel about that now. Okay, so the way I see this, we actually need the opposite of each of these on the walls coming inwards. So if I can line it up, that would be great. So I believe it starts here with a 1x4. So we delete this and we go ahead and grab this guy. There we go. And it's just one. So we do this. Okay, right. Then it is two 1x2s. So we go ahead and shove this guy under there like this. And we do that. There we go. And that. All right. And then it's a bunch of 1x1s. So we do this, just like so, and this. Alright, that is it. That is actually it. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and continue these up as far as they go. There we go. Although actually at the very top it doesn't really work that way, but it's fine. So shove that guy up to there, this guy up to here, and I guess I'll continue it as we go. So this guy up to there as well. Yep, deleting this guy. Shove that in. Delete this one, and this is going to be where our connector goes. I think, yes, just like that. And I will paint it, yes. And then these guys need to go in here as well. So, around the edges, we're going to go ahead and paint that green. The boat can then actually fit directly into here, so we're just going to go ahead and box this off. There we go, I guess. Yeah, all the way up to there. We just shove this piece onto here, and that's fine. So the boat should be able to fit into there. Now, in order to do this, we also need to add... I want to add like a little pillar. In fact, rope anchor. Here we go. We're going to get one of those, and that is going to go back here somewhere. So we're going to build this up by 2. A rope anchor is going to be located there and off to the sides. And I'm just going to shove these guys onto here. Alright, awesome. So that is where we can connect ourselves to as well. That's awesome. Now, you guys probably have realized the issue with this, and the issue is that that's not really in the water. It's not ever really in the water, and that is a big issue. However, what I was thinking was, maybe we could actually implement some sort of buoyancy tanks, or ballast tanks, I guess, in case we need to lower the back of the ship. Now, this entire room back here is probably fine for that. So let's say we filled this up with water, or whatever. Spawner, here we go. Let's say we filled it up with diesel, which we have just done. Does that lower it down enough, is the question. And the answer is, yes, actually, probably. So we'll add some pumps in there, so that we can either fill or empty the back of the ship. And that seems like a great idea. I believe that also means I can actually spawn in the RHIB now, and it fits in there, which indeed it does. Alright, beautiful. I'm okay with that. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and get a few pumps that can actually pump this water out when we need it to. These guys are actually just going to be located here, and here. There we go. And here-ish, and here. These are the wrong way around. These are all the wrong way around. But if I turn them around and we shove them back on there, then they're all the right way around, right? So out, 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 and out. We just need to get some fluid pots for each of those, and then we can empty the ballast tanks at the back. There we go. Alright, beautiful. I'm actually just going to go ahead and shove a fake one in there as well. It will make it look a little bit nicer. On the inside, we just do this, 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 and this, and that is all fine. So that is for emptying the ballast tanks. We then need to be able to fill them. Now, I was hoping I could actually add a trapdoor that filled that up, but that is not the case. So we're going to have to add pumps to fill it as well. Alright, so that room is actually going to be filled up from this room, which is an odd one, but yes, that is how this is going to work. So we're going to delete this little piece right here. We're going to add some through pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure, 5 will do. We're then going to go ahead and shove these guys on. So out is that way around. So that guy's going to go there, that guy's going to go there, and we'll shove a spare one right here. Alright, cool. I'll connect all the pipes up, and we'll go from there. Okay, so they're all in, and I think they are probably going to be controlled from the bridge, I would imagine. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get some buttons and just shove them in here somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know where the controls for the bilge pumps at the back should be. Not on the back wall. They probably want their own little seat, actually. So let's get a seat. And I think we'll just shove it in. And it's going to be grey. So we're going to go and shove this seat right here. And I guess this seat can actually have like a bench and a monitor. And essentially this bench, or this guy, literally only monitors the thing at the back. I don't know, this is a stupid idea. That's a really big monitor. Let's go with something small. So he's just going to have one of these, and he's going to have 2 buttons. One is to empty, and one is to fill. Alright, Very, very strange setup right here, but that's fine. We're then going to get ourselves a camera. Yep. And this is going to show us the back of the ship. Yes. So I'm actually just going to shove this in the center back here, like that. There we go. Bit of a weird one, I know, but it's fine. So connect this up to here. We are going to have this monitor turn on with something, I don't know what. But this is going to be for out. Oh no, this is for in, actually. This one's in. And then the other one's out. So in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Alright, cool. So, yeah, let's go ahead and label those. This is ballast in. I guess we should label it rear ballast in. And rear ballast out. There we go. Alright, cool. So, we go ahead and connect... the electricity's fine. They're all connected, actually. That's already connected to there. We need something that turns the monitor on, which could just be sitting in the seat. Okay. Right. Are we happy with that? Maybe. Alright, so there it is currently. That is without the ballast in, and obviously it is out of the water. If we then go into here and we sit down, we can see the... Oh, it's not very nice, but sure. If we say rear ballast in, then it should start filling up. We do need some dials in here. That'd be great, actually. And then we'd be able to see how much in it is. But if we have a little look and go into this room, I didn't add any of the things. So it doesn't even work. Alright, so I'm adding a liquid meter. Oh, the issue with this is that we actually need gases to be able to go in and out as well. So we need like a gas relief valve in here too, which is fine, but a bit annoying. Right, dials, let's do it. Dial, yes. Shove this guy onto here like this. In fact, we'll do it right there. Delete this guy and just shove that there as well. And paint these side pieces in. So that one and that one are going to be painted. And I guess this is as well. That's probably fine. Maybe. We're then just going to add one of these guys too. So let's do that. There we go. Alright, good. So, this is our fill. Ballast. Fill. Level. It's actually just ballast level. There we go. Nice. So, connect this down to there. And that's fine. We're then going to need some of this to be a release. It would be nice to use the ones that I've actually got right there, but I can't. So, we're going to have them somewhere else. And I'm thinking... back here on the rear of the ship. I mean, there's nothing here at the minute, so might as well. 1, 2 of these. Alright, shove that into there and there. And these are going to be gas. Relief valves. So 1, 2. Okay, good. And we just shove these guys here as well. I think that's fine. I think that's probably okay to do it that way. They do look a little bit odd just sat here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to leave it sort of like that, but they are going to be a darker grey, just because I think that looks a little bit nicer. Alright guys, let's test it out. So ballast in, there we go, it is actually working. We're going to go ahead and turn on our engines, which you guys did say move these guys downstairs, which I will probably end up doing. Let's go ahead and do this guy and this guy. And let's drive. Here we go. I want to go out to sea, and I want to see if we can actually dock back to this. Maybe. I don't know how that's going to work, but we can try. Alright, so the ship is currently only at about 50% throttle, something like that. I don't know how fast this boat can actually go, but I'm going to go ahead and assume faster than that. So, just in case, let's go ahead and attach ourselves on with a rope. There we go. We're going to go ahead and say out to the rope, and we're going to release. Okay, so currently we are still on the boat. That's fine. We just got to wait for the ballast to go in more, and then we can maybe get going. I don't really know. We'll see. Alright, so I'm thinking, we're actually filling up very slowly. This is way slower than I expected, which is kind of annoying. It's not great. Let's go upstairs and see if it is still filling. It is. We're at 8,000 liters. But the back of the ship is still very much out of the water. This room is not even half full. It's getting there, though. It's not like... it's not that slow, but it is quite slow. It's very slow. It's very, very slow. We might need to increase the amount of pumps we've got for that. I'm sure we can. We're getting to the point now where the water is actually hitting the rib, though, so we are sort of sliding out anyway. Realistically, I could actually add some sort of, like, pump onto this or something, or, like, slider, I guess, that pushes us out. That would also work too, actually. Or, if we actually put this on, like a ramp, so we could actually, like, lift up the ramp and that would slide us off. That would work too. But yeah, this seems to be taking forever. That's mad. Alright, oh, okay, we've fallen off the ship, and that's fine. Okay, I am being dragged by the ship right now, but that's okay. So, let's say the ship is allowing us to go about 8 meters per second, something like that. I think I can actually catch up to that using my motors, and that does seem to be true. Although, I don't know if that is true. Yeah, we've definitely got slack on the line now, so I can catch up to the ship. And that means that if I wanted to redock to the ship, we just drive straight up here. It is a bit of a tight squeeze, to be fair. But we'd essentially drive straight up. I'm going to jam my throttle on. We're going to go ahead and disconnect this. And we're going to pull in. And that will actually drag it in and connect it on, and that's fine. Here we go. There is definitely a better way of doing this, to be fair. Definitely. But, this is totally working. So, as soon as it pulls it, there we go, we're good. And it is attached. I think that's fine. Just looking up here at the ballast tank, it is 21,000 liters, pretty much. That is how big the ballast tank is. That's a lot. So, I've actually ended up stopping the ship now. I want to see if we can actually get off the ship. With this. So if I press out on this and I release, can I just drive straight backwards and get off the ship without the ship moving? And the answer is yes. But can I actually dock back up is the next question. I'm going to disconnect this rope. Right. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because it's annoying. Oh no. Oh no, hold on. There you go. Right, okay, cool. And now we're going to try and redock to it. Let's go! Charge! I might add some, like, funnels, sort of, off these back pieces to make this slightly easier, but I think I can do it. I might have to add some sliders to the bottom, too. But if this is all we can do, then I might just have to use the winch to pull us in. Because that does work, to be fair. So we just grab this, we attach it onto there, we attach it onto one of these, and we pull in. And then it should just pull it straight in onto the ship. Yeah, you know what, that does actually totally work, and I think I'm happy with it. Yeah, I think it looks cool as well, by the way. I actually don't mind this. It is, like, sticking out a little bit, but overall, that's awesome. Alright, so I think that is actually where I'm going to leave this video. I was going to add machine guns right here. I might eventually actually armor up this thing with, like, a gun or something. Don't really know. It's not as big or as long as I was going to make it. I could make it longer. We do have a little bit of room right here. And also, I don't know what I'm going to do with this area. We'll have to figure that out too. But yeah, I think we've done a pretty good job today. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.